Imagine being 39,000 feet above the pitch-black Atlantic Ocean. It's the middle of the night. You are halfway between Canada and Europe, surrounded by nothing but freezing water. Suddenly, the hum of the engines dies out. The cockpit alerts scream a terrifying reality. The fuel is gone. Not just low, but completely empty. Air Transat Flight 236 was about to become the protagonist of the most incredible survival story in aviation history. Tonight, we're diving into how 306 souls faced certain death, and how two pilots performed a miracle that defied the laws of physics. Stay with us until the end, because the tiny mistake that caused this nightmare is something you'll never expect. August 23rd, 2001. A state-of-the-art Airbus A330 takes off from Toronto, heading for Lisbon. On board, 293 passengers, unaware that their lives are about to change forever. In the cockpit, Captain Robert Piché and First Officer Dirk de Jager are in control. These weren't rookies, they had thousands of hours of experience. 4 hours in, while the cabin was quiet, a strange warning appeared. Engine number 2, the right engine, was showing high oil pressure but low oil temperature. It didn't make sense. Usually, if pressure goes up, heat follows. The pilots checked the manuals, they called maintenance back in Canada, but no one had an answer. They assumed it was just a faulty sensor. They were wrong. Very wrong. Then came the next warning. Fuel imbalance. The right wing was losing fuel fast. Thinking it was a computer glitch, Captain Piché made a choice that would nearly seal their fate. He opened the crossfeed valve. This was the turning point. By opening that valve, he wasn't balancing the fuel, he was feeding a leak. Fuel from the healthy left wing was now being pumped directly out of a hole in the right engine's fuel line. They were literally pouring their lifeblood into the Atlantic Ocean. At 6:13 a.m., the right engine sputtered and died. 13 minutes later, the left engine followed. Total silence. In a massive 200-ton aircraft, silence is the most terrifying sound you can hear. The lights went out, the screens went dark. The only thing keeping them flying was a small emergency turbine called the Rat that deployed from under the belly of the plane. They were now a giant, heavy glider with 306 lives hanging by a thread. Their only hope? A tiny military strip in the Azores Islands, still 85 miles away. Captain Piché had one chance. No engines means no second attempts. But as they approached the island, they realized they were too high. If they dived, they'd gain too much speed and overshoot the runway into the sea. Piché did the unthinkable. He began a series of violent 360-degree turns and S-turns, maneuvers usually meant for small stunt planes, not a massive Airbus. Inside the cabin, passengers were screaming, "Brace for impact!" Finally, they lined up with the runway. They hit the ground at 330 kilometers per hour, way faster than a normal landing. Brakes slammed, sparks flew, 8 tires exploded instantly, and then the plane stopped. Not a single life was lost. Investigators later found that a maintenance crew had installed the wrong part, a part that was just a few millimeters off, causing a fuel pipe to rub until it burst. A tiny mechanical error met by a massive display of human skill. Captain Piché and Dirk de Jager were hailed as heroes, proving that even when the fuel runs out, courage can carry you home. If you enjoyed this journey, hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible aviation stories. What would you have done in that cockpit? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.